Hello, beautiful being. Welcome to In Her Dreams and welcome to your reading. I am so grateful that you're taking time to tune in to see what messages are flowing in from Spirit for you. Ashe. Thank you, Divine. So I was just reminded of some downloads that I was getting last night. Early this morning. Oya, the Orisha of the winds and storms, was coming through. And so just as I sat to record and I was reflecting and meditating, she came through again to remind me of some messages she was bringing through last night because the wind has been whipping outside. You might hear my wind chimes out there. So Divine said to grab this book and to read the little excerpt on Oya, because if this is your reading, this energy is with you. Okay? This energy is with you. And it's doing something very marvelous in your world. It's coming through as protection. Whoever this reading is for, there's something that is coming to an end that's needed to end for a long time. But of course we know that everything moves in divine timing. But the way that you have perceived it is like, this needs to go ahead and wrap up, okay? So there's an energy that has been trying to control you, trying to assert dominance in your world, trying to ruin things for you, but also wanting to get close to you, wanting to have a quote-unquote loving relationship with you, but they wanted that love, quote-unquote, it's not love, but it's their concept of love. They wanted this energy with you as a result of them exerting dominance and control in your world. They wanted to siphon your energy. And you have become the center of their world because they see you as their only way to abundance, to happiness, to any true sense of control in their life. This person is mentally ill, but there's something about this situation that 3, 2, 1 on the timer is coming to a close. Okay? There's something about it that is truly done, and this has created a sense of panic in this person because they've looked to you as their source of energy for so long. But you never wanted to be their source of energy. You never signed up for that. You never agreed to that. Or perhaps at one time you were okay with that, but then you changed your mind, which everybody has the right to do. You have a right to change your mind anytime you want. And if you changed your mind, it was because you became aware and you achieved a certain level of wisdom that you needed to make an excellent judgment call. Okay? So this is a book that I love. It's called Yoruba Religious Concepts. And if you are familiar with the path of Orisha, that's excellent. But even if not, this energy will still speak to you if this is your reading. Okay, but this is the Orisha Oya coming through. It says, Oya is the divinity that guards the cemetery. More specifically, she protects the souls of the departed as they journey onward. If you venerate your ancestors, you can work with Oya as well if this path calls to you. Oya is viewed as a warrior with great strength. She stands well on her own, but is usually in the company of her counterpart, Shango. Oya is recognized for her psychic abilities that manifest in the winds. She's the deity of the storm and hurricanes. Oya is often seen as the deity of death, but upon deeper realization, she's the deity of rebirth, as things must die so that new beginnings arise. Divine is saying that it's time for this old energy that you've been experiencing. It's time for that to be replaced with something else. You have alchemized that whole experience. 555 on the timer. So there is positive change that's coming to you. And this could be happening in your realm, this positive change, because of a negative change that's happening in someone else's world. This demonic energy that has been trying to hold on to you for so long. So as this energy is released from your life, just let it go. There could be something that seems a little unsettling, but it's not unsettling for you because you are aligned with divine energy. You've been answering the call of your higher self, and I get that you're also very close with your ancestors and your spirit allies. So this ending is very positive for you. Not so much for someone else, but just let that old energy fade away and know that it is being replaced with, I'm hearing a brand new abundance. So what it's going to be replaced with could even be a surprise to you. It could be something that's brand new, but it is abundance. Okay, so I love that for you. If you do work with Oya, if you work with the Orishas, if you're familiar with the Yoruba pantheon, that's great. But even if you're not, this is still the frequency that's coming through. It's death and transformation that is very positive for you, okay? An ending of an old cycle. Thank you, Spirit, for that message. What else is coming through for this beautiful being? Trickery exposed. Yeah, somebody's trickery and lies is all out there now. You've known about it for a long time, but now everybody knows. Everybody. I'm getting, even if it's one person, for some of you it could be a group of people. It could be like a cult or a coven that's been working together, or that has been aligned with the energy of a malignant narcissist. That's what's coming through, okay? So a narcissist that basically knows no bounds and does not have any boundaries. If you tell them to respect one of your boundaries, they would laugh at that and then do something very demented. I don't use that word, but demented, demeaning, despicable, all these D's. You might have a name, first, middle, or last, that starts with a D, or maybe this person does. Doesn't have to be, but I'm also getting the word demon. This person is completely aligned with petty demon energy, okay? Because not all demons are petty, but this one is. They're desperate. And at this point in time, this person is aligned with the energy of death. Whoever has been working with this person is fully aware now of this person's lies and trickery. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that the people who have been aligned with this person are going to be honest and open about how they are now rebelling against that evil energy. They might not even rebel against it. They might think that their energy is okay. 10-10 on the timer, but something is over. Something is over with the pattern of lies, the pattern of deceit that this being has been perpetrating. Something has completely ended. And this is an ending that they can't do anything about. They can't change it. This person has shelled out so much money. I'm seeing coins going outward, almost like, you know, those money machines, those cash machines that they would use to spit out cash, like, you know. Yeah, it's like that. It's like coins just going out. This person was shelling out so much cash in order to cover up their facades, their masks. So they wear masks and they had to do things to cover up the masks. 11-11 on the timer. But portals are open now that this person can't close. It's like when there's so many leaks in a ceiling, you got all these buckets now, you just need a new roof, love. That's what they need. There's no more patching. There's no more get another bucket for this leak. This person has opened so many portals that they can't control the damage anymore. There's so much energy coming in that they can't handle. And the reason why they opened these portals was to send negative energy your way. It was to control you. But you never did anything to harm this person. That was never your intention. You were minding your business. And so there are grave consequences for trying to manipulate a person without any just cause. Yeah, now they have to own up to their responsibility. This person feels like they're being crucified. I always see Jesus when I look at this card. It's a crown, but it reminds me of the crown of thorns. This person really truly feels like they're being crucified. They feel like they're being persecuted, but that's because they take no ownership, no accountability for the wrong that they have done towards you or to anybody else. I'm hearing you were the prey that made them the happiest. Like as if that's a reward, right? Yay, give me a medal. Like, what are you supposed to do with that? But Spirit is bringing that through because they want you to understand how seriously this person took their games against you. I'm hearing crimes of war crimes. That's what they committed against you. So, you know, it's like if you do things that are that evil, you have to pay for the evil that you do. And that's what this person is coming to realize. Guardian, there's a guardian that protects you and has been protecting you through all of this. And this being that has sieged war against you, they wish they had a protector. They wish that they had a guardian. But the more, 1444 on the timer, the more evil that they wish towards you or towards anyone that you associate with or love or work with, or anything associated with you in your life, anytime they send evil energy towards that, they're haunted more and more. And their end draws closer and closer. I was saying closer and closer, but I heard closer, like the closer. It's done. You know, you have a guardian that's closing the deal. I heard what's done is done, and there's nothing that they can take back. There's nothing that they can wash away. I remember there was a hymn that we used to sing growing up, and I grew up in a church. What can wash away my sins? Nothing but the blood of Jesus. This person is calling on Christ's name. They're calling on Christ's name. They are falling back on Christianity right now, but all they work with is dark entities. That's it. They have never balanced it with the light, but now they want to call on Christ. They recently took communion. You know, Jesus has a sense of humor too, and I don't think he took that communion seriously, because to believe that a person could never, ever take Christ seriously and use dark entities against someone, but just because they want to wiggle out of their karma, they call on Christ, who they have cursed, by the way. I mean, if you're going to believe in the communion, you have to believe in blasphemy as well, right? That's blasphemy. If you're going to believe in one, believe in the other, okay? I'm just saying. Yeah. There's no room for communion with this. Ascendancy. You're ascending. You've been experiencing that mud, and so you get the benefit of the lotus. You know? No mud, no lotus. Well, you've had a plenty of mud. So you get a bright, beautiful lotus here. Also, something spectacular is going to happen for you at the next full moon. So look forward to that. You've been answering the call throughout all of this craziness that you've been through. It really does seem like craziness. It seems like mental illness is what you have been experiencing with this person. They have been projecting all of their evil wishes that they have towards humanity. They've channeled them towards you. This person that has attacked you, they are so angry at so many people in the world, and they have channeled all of that anger, all of that frustration towards you. And then on top of that, it's coming through that they have a mother wound. They have a very deep mother wound. And this is the wound that they're very aware of. They don't realize, though, that they also have a father wound. This could be someone who heralds their father as, somebody's name could be Harold, but they herald their father as almost like a saint, because they see no wrong that their father has done. But there's a deep wound there as well. And so they take all of this out on you. That's what they've been doing, is taking it all out on you. So now there's a call. You've been answering the call, but there's a call coming to them as well, which is that it's over. Their lies, their deceit, their facades are all over. Yeah, that's exactly what's over, is this ordeal. And now this person has to face every single entity that they ever sent your way. And they're not coming after you. Pulling one more from this deck. The entities that they called upon to come for you, they're not coming for you. Because they already tried to. 2020 on the timer. They already tried to come and get you. And they got. Okay? They got. Because you have guardians. You have ancestral guardians. You have nature spirits that are guardians. You have planetary guardians. I mean, there are so many energies. The whole universe is guarding you because you're divinely aligned. And this person has never met anyone like that. They've met a lot of people who go around claiming to be this or that, or I'm so saintly and I'm so psychic and I'm so this and I'm so holy. But the people that they encountered were all talk. You don't talk about what you are. You just are what you are. 2111 on the timer. And so they never encountered anybody like you. And so now they have to pay their penance. Which is what they were trying to do by taking communion. But I'm sorry. Somebody might be offended by that, but Christ was laughing at that one. He got a good laugh on that one. Yeah. Your reward is your peace. And it's funny to me that this is card 16. Because that's the Tower. Your reward is that you made it through the Tower. More protected. Closer to spirit. More divine than you ever have been. And divine wants you to take very seriously what you've done. You didn't just make it through an ordeal. You learned to thrive. 2222 on the timer. You achieved balance. You've stepped into your full identity. Not just because, you know, in the physical realm, or in the 3D, our identity is our ego. But this is your identity on all dimensions. You have an understanding of who you are spiritually, emotionally. Also, you've gained mastery of your emotions. You don't go to the left or to the right based on who's pissing you off right now or who's being ignorant right now. There are things that used to take you out of your truth, like out of your true self, out of your grounded nature, and now it can never do that. And it's not that you don't give a fuck. It's that you are so solid in your spiritual nature, in your body, in the understanding of who you are and who you're not. And first and foremost, you're not who you used to be. Although that was beautiful, but you're not who you used to be. And you're not who people have told you to be. You're not who people have wanted you to be. You are who you are. And you are the being that your soul chose for you to be before you even came into this life. That's who you are. You're who you're supposed to be. And that's your reward. So I love that Oya came through because it's like you made it through the storm. You made it through the winds. There's not a single wind that can knock your ass down. Not a single one. And that's why this being in this disgusting energy where they're like on one hand going to commune with Jesus and have some wine and bread and make everything all right. I mean, that is so disgusting to think that they could try to drag you through what they've put you through. And then make it all right by putting some wine in their throat. What in the actual fuck? This person is crazy. They have no grasp on reality. But see, that wasn't the purpose of their life. It wasn't to have a grasp on reality. The purpose of their life was to settle all of the karma, all of the disgusting, nasty karma that they have collected in these past lifetimes, where they have come and found you to make life hell for you. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm seeing that in a couple of these past lifetimes, they did exactly what they wanted to do. They dragged you. But in this one, you woke up. You woke up from that one reality in which they kept repeating this scenario where they dragged you and dominated you and created a world for you that they wanted. You woke up from that reality. And I say from that reality because it feels like a dream once you wake up from it. But it is an alternate reality. You're living a totally different reality right now, but that was a different reality that you were living. It was one that was on repeat. And this person was just having so much fun, thinking they were a damn emperor or empress of your kingdom. And what they realize now is that without you, without your consent, they don't own shit. And so all you did was you woke up and you realized that this was just one reality. There were so many others that you could choose from, and you did. So you gathered the courage to take your power back. And you didn't settle the score. You took out the whole damn scoreboard. It's done. Lights out. And you did this. You chose this beautiful reality, this victorious reality for yourself, not only for you in this lifetime, but for you in past lifetimes as well, because in past lifetimes you didn't wake up. You didn't have that moment where you were like, wait a minute, this is not okay. Where they do that at? No, you didn't have that moment, but you had it in this one. And that's all that matters. You took as many opportunities as you needed to get it right. And you said, damn it, we're not putting this cycle on repeat. We're not living that reality out again. That's done. And so you created a new reality for yourself. So let's find out a little more about this new reality. Because I'm loving it. I love this energy for you. I think that it's what needed to happen, and it happened at just the right time. And I remember what came through at the beginning of the reading. It's coming to me and I'm like, oh, get it out. It was that you have been feeling like this needed to be over for so long. But the truth is that, you know, yeah, this has been going on for a long time. Maybe that's one reason why you feel like it needs to be over, is because you're remembering your past lifetimes where this person, this demon, 2929 on the timer, came for you. But see, the tables have turned. You're not being haunted by this person anymore. Now they're being haunted by what they did to you, by the choices they made. And they're being haunted by the fact that they don't know any other way. You see, if it seems frustrating to you that this person just doesn't seem to get it that they need to leave you the fuck alone. The reason why they don't get it is because they don't know any other way. They're desperate. The dirty way, the disgusting way of life is the only way that they've known for so many lifetimes. Whereas you've been trying to break out of this box that they were trying to put you in. So you were constantly, even in those lifetimes where it seemed like you didn't win, you were still trying to ascend. You were still trying to get to where you needed to be, right? Because your path has been one of ascendancy, where you get that full, beautiful lotus from all the mud that you went through. But the only pattern that they have been reinforcing is one of domination, attachment. They don't know how to get anything done unless they claim the work of someone else. And perhaps this person tried to do that. Perhaps they tried to claim your work as theirs. Perhaps they tried to copy you. They tried to be you. They wanted everything that you owned or created. They wanted it for themselves. And so this is a very lazy energy. All they know how to do is usurp, dominate, control, attach, siphon. That's all they know how to do. They don't know how to create. So that's why it's taken so long for them to get to a place where they're starting to understand that this shit is done. There is no more siphoning your beautiful divine energy. If they want some beautiful divine energy, they better get it themselves. They're going to need to create a connection with the divine for themselves. For this person to wake up one day in their life and not, I won't say not think about you, because it's okay to think about a person, but not feel addicted to the thought of reaching out to you or trying to trick you or trying to steal your energy in some way, that would be a miracle. Five of Wands, that's what you've been through. Conflict, competition. Because someone constantly wanted to fight with you. They constantly wanted to fight with you. And you knew about this because you're the High Priestess. You knew. That's why whatever trickery of theirs that has been exposed, it's not a surprise to you. You're sitting around looking at other people who are starting to wake up from their damn nap. And you're like, well, good morning. You're finally waking up. Hello. Welcome aboard. Like, and it's not to seem arrogant, but it's just, you know, sometimes you gotta ask, how can people stay asleep for so long? At some point, it's a choice. 33:33 on the timer. So whatever group was surrounding this person, whatever other energies were supporting them, they're waking up. They're waking up as well. It's about damn time, right? Two of Wands. This is a beautiful time in your life because you have an opportunity to do what you want to do. You're not under the control of anyone. If you feel like you are, just realize that that's an illusion, and it's because that's the way it's happened for so long. But you're free, okay? You're returning to your true self. All right? Look how she's walking out into the stars. It's like maybe behind her there's this box that she's been living in. And she was just like, I'm not doing that anymore. I choose a new reality. I choose my destiny. I'm not controlled by anyone else. So there's a Page of Wands here who is very sad and disappointed. That's this energy that was trying to control you. At one time they felt like they were an emperor. At one time they felt like they were an empress. Now they're a damn Page of Wands. They just want some freedom. They want some fire. But every time they try to gain some sort of control, whether it's through communication, they realize they have nowhere to go. They've spilled all their cups. Their cups are on the ground. Every single blessing that they had, they wasted it. And you were their greatest blessing. This person was blessed though, because they have 5 cups. 5 cups. Divine was so gracious to them, and they fucked it all up. Yeah. Ace of Pentacles in reverse. Every single seed, every single opportunity that they have, they turned it in reverse. They turned their blessings into curses. That's why it's very important that with this Two of Wands, a part of what needs to be included in your plan is walking away. If that's not already, I feel like it is, okay? Because there's something here, a Two of Swords. It's like Two of Swords, Two of Wands. I don't know what the confusion might be. Divine, what is the confusion? Is this from the collective or is this from this demonic being? Where is this confusion coming from? Oh, okay, it's coming from. Well, that was very clear. So this demonic energy, this devil that's been trying to control you is very confused. But you know what? There's nothing for them to be confused about because they played with every blessing they were given. There's nothing for them to decide. There's no sort of communication that they need to try to conjure up. There's no spell that they need to try to conjure up because you're way past all of that shit. But that's the state that they're in. The devil is confused. They're like, should I write a letter? Should I reach out? Should I call from a fake number? Like, what should I do? You should sit on your ass and think about how you've messed your life up, devil. That's exactly what they should do. And they should do that for days and nights on end. Because they got a whole lot of stuff to think about. A whole lot of disgusting energy that they have been spewing out at you and others for the majority of their life. They need to work through all of that. Exactly. They need to be the hermit. They need to go within. They need to stop looking everywhere outside of themselves, looking at you. This could be a Page of Swords type energy where they're like so concerned about what you're doing, obsessed over what you're doing. No, that needs to end. They need to go within. And I know that that's scary for this devil because there's a whole lot of evil in there waiting for them to discover. They're gonna cry. They're going to be angry. They're going to do a lot of things. They're going to have a lot of emotional responses because that's a part of the path. And that's how we balance our emotions. That's what you did, collective. I feel like I'm talking to 2 different people here. I feel like I'm talking to the collective and also talking to this devil energy because I know that karmics do tune in. So I'm just letting you know, divine, beautiful being, that you have done that work and you have every reason to feel proud of who you are and what you've done and of where you are right now. For the karmics who have been causing all of this for the collective, go inside yourself. There's nowhere else for you to go. There's nowhere else for you to go. But within. Is that work easy? Hell no. If it were easy, the collective would not be as strong as it is. But it's what we must do to get to where we need to be and to be divinely aligned and to not be some crazy ass malignant narcissist walking around ruining people's lives just because we're angry at the world. A whole lot of people are angry at their mother and father, but they don't take that out on everybody else. Tower, which is exactly what's coming. There is nothing else for the Karmics to experience at this point but a tower. Because the foundation that they built on was rocky as hell. It was never solid. It was illusions. That's all that their foundation consisted of, was illusions. Borrowed shit. Stolen shit. That's all their foundation consisted of. And so now they think they're going to get something other than a tower, 4111 on the timer? No. This is a well-earned tower, and they're just going to have to deal with it. Eight of Wands in reverse. So whatever communication it is that they hoped to send you, beautiful being, is going right back. I see Eight of Wands reverse as return to sender. So just know that at this point, that's a part of these narcissists and karmics. That's a part of their karma. That's a part of their tower. Is that whatever evil energy they have tried to send you is going right back to them. And I'm talking about all of it. Not just from here on out. All of it. So they can sit and look forward to that. Look, and as I'm saying that, I'm looking at return. All that energy they wanted to come at you is going right back to them. Hangman. And they're about to be enlightened as fuck. Whether they wanted this enlightenment or not, they're about to get it. They're about to see a whole other aspect of the work they've been doing. They wanted to get on a pedestal and say, oh, I'm the baddest witch. Are you? Because now you're going to have to feel all that shit that you were sending out to everybody else. You're going to feel it. You're going to feel all that bad shit. All of it. They're about to feel it all. And it's going to hurt. It's already hurting. And one reason why it's hurting is because they're exposed. See, that's one of the worst pains that a narcissist could ever know, especially the covert ones, the vulnerable narcissists who love to portray a self that doesn't truly exist. The person that's been attacking you, beautiful being, everything of theirs is borrowed. There's nothing that they own that is theirs. As far as the energy that they portray or project, it's all borrowed. So to be exposed as a liar, a fake, a phony, whatever it is that they've been saying that they are, whether it's an intuitive or a spiritual worker, whatever it is, they've been paying to be able to portray that image. Or they've been doing sexual favors or something. They've been getting what they wanted in a very disgusting way. Whether they've paid for it, slept with somebody for it, or whatever they did. They did something that they would never be proud of in order to get it. It's borrowed. They didn't earn it. They didn't earn it. They stole it. They conned their way into getting it. And even if they paid for it, it wasn't a fair price. So now they are exposed. All their shit's just hanging out. And they have to deal with that. They know they're a fake, and so does everybody else. And that hurts them more than anything. And then the next thing that's extremely painful for them is for them to see you walking away. To see you returning. Now I'm seeing this in a positive light. To see you returning to your truth. You did in this lifetime what you came in this life to do. You freed yourself. And they hate that. Because they want nothing more than to keep you bound to them. That's all they want. Let's see what's coming from this deck. I don't know. Okay, and this could be something else that they hate. Because you got heart with a key. Welcoming love. Meeting the one. Opening your heart. Getting together. Perfect. Now, not a whole lot of things in life are perfect, but one thing that is perfect is the frequency of love. I'm not talking about the experiences that we have that teach us about love, but the frequency of love itself is divine. So you're experiencing something that's perfect, and this is something that this demonic entity did not want you to experience. They cannot keep you from your blessings. Soulmates. Well, okay. Looks like by going through all of this, you've earned a soulmate. Beautiful. Soul connection, partnership, agreement, soul contract. That's beautiful. And congratulations, because that doesn't happen for a lot of people. Hand of cards, taking a chance, risk. Cupid's arrow, have faith. Love is coming, surprise, invitation, or meeting. And there could be some hesitation here, but Divine says that this is destined. So something beautiful in love. This is definitely something that this evil energy wanted to stop, but they can't. They can't stop it. All right, let's close with the Deep Love card deck. Thank you, Spirit. What do you want this beautiful being to know? Metamorphosis. Every transformation in a relationship heralds. I said that word before, and I don't ever say that word. Because remember I said somebody's name might be Harold? Every transformation in a relationship heralds a rebirth. So that's how we started the message, was with Oya. Death and transformation, which is really a rebirth. This is a rebirth for you. Compromise. Learn the art of compromise in relationships. This is about compromise that brings balance. It's not about compromising who you are. It's about creating room for everyone to experience joy. Okay? Because true divine love is not selfish at all. You know, in this new era, we are focused on self-love, and that is so important because that's something that was taken away from us in our society for so long. But when we come together with another being, we can be our big, beautiful self in the presence of another, sharing, loving, growing. And sometimes we do compromise, not who we are, but we simply create space for another being to enjoy life as well. And then we enjoy life together, you know? Guardian. All right, that's the second Guardian card we've gotten. So look, beautiful being, if you didn't know that you were protected, please know you are divinely protected. All right, so look, it says guard each other's hearts as precious treasures. And you also have divine guardians that are watching over both of you, you and your lover, and over everything that you love, that you nurture, that you create. It's all protected because it's all divine. Ashe, you've done something so miraculous, and I am so proud of you, and I hope that you are proud of yourself as well. I really do, because you deserve that and so much more. Thank you, Spirit, for these messages that have come through, and thank you, beautiful being, for taking the time to tune in. I hope that you got something good out of these messages, whether it was insight, clarity, some good vibes. And I want you to know that I love you and I appreciate you, and I wish you peace, I wish you joy, and so many blessings. Take care.